So no matter
Well,
how
let
you
me
feel
hold. I
about
wanted to tell
President
you my
Trump, he is
favorite. We
now
traveled
just
together
that
rally
again,
tonight.
the
Look
president.
at the
There's
giant
lots of
hero.
changes
Okay.
that can come, and believe it
Thanks
or
for the
not,
tip.
there's actually some positive
Oh,
things he plans on doing in the
wanted to
next 4
ask.
years. And this
Since you
video is
know
going to
everything that's
serve as
going
an
on in
outlet
Harlem,
of positivity
have you
on
heard of
his
the underground?
administration. I don't
Yes.
like
They've been
negativity, and
vandalizing rocks
personally,
on property, and I
in the
think
next
they've been
5
recruiting
years, I
kids
want to
around the
have a
neighborhood.
house and kids and
Why?
probably start up a
They didn't
business.
try to get you
So
involved in
I
their mess, did
personally
they?
wanted Kamala
No,
to win
no.
due to the
Uncle
policies she
Aaron told
had
me about
to
him.
help people with
Yeah.
those same
I
ambitions,
ran
a
into him
house,
at the subway stop
kids,
by our house. Did you know
and
he's working
starting a
there?
business.
No. You
However,
know
I'm
I don't want
politically
you around him.
independent and I hate
But
politics
you and
overall
Dad
for
never
the
told
most
me
part.
why I wasn't allowed to see him anymore.
This will likely be
He
the
used to come
only
by our
solely
place all the
political
time.
video I do for years.
That's
That's not
obnoxious.
what I want this channel to be about, is politics. So whether you like the guy or not, that's okay. You're welcome here, whether you like him or not. For whatever reason you like him or not, you're welcome here. And let's just look at some of the positive things. As long as you're positive, that's what I'm about, that's what this channel is about. I think most Americans can agree on this list I've created of positive things that he plans on doing. So let's just look at them. Let's keep the negativity out. We'll have plenty of that. You'll see it. So the first one is actually eliminating daylight savings time. He said this, it caught my attention a few months ago. And it's like, yeah, man, why do we even have daylight savings? It's annoying. Here in Washington State, when daylight savings comes on, the sun sets literally as early as 4:20. Like, it's so early. I coach basketball. I get out at like around 4. It's already dark out. By the time all the kids are getting picked up, it's pitch black out. Like, oh my gosh, it's just so stupid. I hate having such a small amount of sunlight. We don't even get that much sunlight in the first place. So yeah, please get rid of that. Even still, it'll set at like 5:30 instead of 4:30 here in Washington, but that's better than nothing, right? 4:30 is just way too early here in Washington State. Oh my gosh. We already suffer from a
Keeping the
huge
neighborhood safe from
epidemic
war zone
of
weapons.
vitamin D
Spider-Man
deficiency
style.
over here, just for that. So anyways, I think we can all agree daylight savings time is kind of annoying. Fun fact, the amount of people who have a heart condition or heart attack due to the lack of sleep that happens when the time switches is a trackable number, and it's a
Sorry.
huge number. I believe it's in the tens of thousands last time I
But I'm
checked.
free now.
So it's actually
Sweet.
unhealthy in a way.
78th and West End.
It serves no
78?
purpose in
By the Science
2025.
Center?
It had a purpose a long
Right
time
there.
ago, but that's
You'll
no
see.
longer a purpose.
Don't be late.
So yeah, the next one is
78th and West End.
he wants to
Guess
make
I'll find out what she
Greenland
means.
a state
Better hustle over.
slash territory, but probably a state of the United States. So the way this would work is right now Greenland is owned by, why am I forgetting which country? It's either Sweden or Greece or something like that. Some European country that's not even that rich. But as the Ice Age ends, and whatever you think about global warming, I don't care. It is a fact, whether it's man-made or not. We are at the tail end of an ice age. And Greenland is like the North
Robert
Pole,
set that
basically.
donation
And
stand.
as all that ice starts to melt, land will be more available. Drilling and will be more available. Apparently there's a lot of fuel and just other natural resources underneath that permafrost. And so as it begins to melt, that piece of land becomes more and more and more valuable. In the meantime, I'm sure we, capitalist society, will find some cool stuff. Maybe make some ski resorts or something over there. If we were to own it. I don't know what they're doing with it, because it seems pretty boring right now. So let's just take it, man, for real. Now this one is more debatable, this next one, and honestly, I think it's cringy and it's just, I don't think it was necessary, but it's better that he did it than not do it, right? And that is only recognizing 2 genders federally. So legally, federally, there will only be 2 genders recognized, male and female. Obviously, this is biologically a fact. There's no way to biologically argue with this. I know there's a lot of people who will not agree with that, but it's like, it's a biological fact, and it's kind of, we've been evolved and hardwired to literally recognize if something is male or female just by looking at it for a short amount of time. And if you can't tell by looking at it in a short amount of time, you'll almost always tell once you see the way the person behaves, talks, acts, the way their voice sounds, etc. If it's a male or female. So let's just keep it that way. I still believe in you can express your gender identity however you want, and then you can have your unicorn gender and your attack chocolate gender and whatever. I'm not into all that, so sorry if I'm offending people
I
there,
can
but
see the headlines.
I think at a core level, it's kind of like, come on, let's just keep it simple at a core level. As a social and societal level, we can still, I don't see anything even changing, to be honest. The next one is another, this is the only other like
get out of your head.
super possibly controversial one. There's two more. But drill, baby, drill is what he says. This is good and bad at the same time. It's bad for obvious reasons. It's bad for the environment. It's bad for our air quality in the long run. Natural resources aren't going to last forever. If we use them wisely, they could technically last forever, but then we wouldn't be using them in the most practical way at all. The goal is to get there, though. Like, we have so much renewable energy, and maybe it relies on such a small amount of fossil fuels that it could theoretically last forever. Because more and more fossil fuels are naturally created, but it takes whatever, millions of years or whatever, I don't know. But we're nowhere even remotely near that point, so we need fossil fuels. And yeah, maybe it's short-sighted for now, but gas prices will go down. Our economic situation is so bad right now that just simply having a lower gas bill would help so many Americans, and it would help other parts of this of the economy as well. And so I think it's an objectively good thing. In 4 years, we could have a Democrat come back and undo it again. But I think for now, it's a good thing. And with some of Trump's other plans, prices are going to skyrocket in other areas. So maybe that'll make up for it, right? Like, if you actually pay attention, you would know that. That's why I think it's fun. But I'm not trying to be negative on this video. I just think it's crazy that so many Trump voters didn't realize that they actually voted for someone who's going to make things more expensive. It's crazy because they thought he was going to make stuff less expensive. And he will in certain aspects, like gas, which is good. So let's keep it positive. This is the other somewhat controversial one. But I think the way I agree with it is, like, you can't disagree with this. You can't disagree with it. So it's deportation of specifically illegals who have proven criminal background. So like they've committed a crime or they're clearly part of a gang, right? If some African comes over here and joins a gang, like, just deport him, dude. Don't try to sentence him and stuff. If he committed a crime, this is the US, innocent until proven guilty. But after that, don't spend no more tax dollars on him. Just send him back to whatever country he came from. Tell that country, this is what he did. You deal with it how you want to deal with it. But he's not coming back over here, right? I think that's like I don't want to waste our tax money on pedophiles either. Send them out to an island and make them play Squid Games for our entertainment. And we pay to watch it, and then use that money to fund those same victims. Like, I do that with our own citizens too. Pedophiles, severe rapists. Well, rapists at all is bad, but rapists. Just rapists, pedophiles, really violent, evil murderers. All that shit. Send them on an island. Get them out of here too. Don't waste any more tax money on it. Send them on an island and let them play Squid Game. So, that applies to citizens as well. And I think most people can agree. Alright, so we're getting to the last serious one. But this is, I think, objectively good. If you disagree with this next one, you're crazy. I don't know what to tell you, but it's no taxes on overtime hours worked. So he said this before. He wants to actually eliminate taxes for all hours that are overtime hours. that is an objectively good thing. Like, it wouldn't make your paycheck skyrocket, but it would make it notice. You would notice there would be a noticeable bump in your paycheck if you consistently work 40 hours. And a lot of people do. A lot of people naturally are expected to work 50, 60 hours because they work 10, 12 hours a day. They naturally go to overtime. Those people will see a noticeable bump in their paycheck. And I think that's great. If you don't work overtime, you should still be in support of this, because what if you do? Even just 1 hour. That 1 hour will not be taxed. So if you make $20 an hour, that one overtime hour you made $30, that's an untaxed $30 you just made.
Looks like the plaza was just
So I think everyone should be on board with that. We all work, we all have a job, and we all don't like taxes, even though we gotta pay
Let's
them.
not shoot each other, all right?
So I think it's a win-win-win-win. The government just gets a little less tax money, but they don't do anything we want with their tax money anyway. They make themselves richer, and they send it to other countries like Israel and Ukraine. So screw that, bro. Let us keep our own money. $10,000,
We're after the new form.
10,000 tax-free dollars for homeschooling kids. So basically what that means is, he said this, I think, yesterday. Well, the time I upload this, it will be 2 days. The day of his inauguration. He said that he wants to have homeschooled people.
I'm fine.
People who
Ridiculous,
homeschool their
see?
kids, sorry,
The
I'm tired.
tinkerer.
People who homeschool their kids be able to spend $10,000 a year completely tax-free. Hey, that's a W as far as I'm concerned.
This is not your fault, man.
And then I have honorable mentions of stupidity, but I want to keep this video positive, but they're kind of funny. It's like, here, I'll do the tariffs first. It's like, look up what a tariff is. In the long run, yes, it could be a good thing. In the same way that in the long run, arguably raising gas prices is a good thing. That's what Elon Musk cared about. And he's technically not wrong. But no one wants higher gas prices. We're all going to use approximately the same amount of gas. But the argument there is, you'll be more conscious about the gas you use. Okay, but you're still going to use approximately the same amount. Like, we're not dumping gas out in the field. You know what I mean? It's the same with these tariffs. Things are going to get more expensive in the short term, possibly to a really bad level. But then in the long term, there will be more and more. Okay, that's like more of a theory, right? Like, that's not something that we've done in practice to prove it'll work. So hopefully it does. If he does those tariffs, I hope he doesn't. I really hope he doesn't, especially since I'm trying to save up for possibly selling my old laptop and using that money to get a new one, since I'm 2 GPU series behind. I'd like to upgrade, but those things are made in China, and that's who he wants to tariff. So it's just silly. I don't think it'll happen. I hope it doesn't happen. Someone will explain to him how tariffs work. Like, you know what I mean? And then the other one is low-key a racist dog whistle, because it's just so, like, laughably dumb. But technically, like, who cares, really? But technically, so it's changed the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. That's just to get his rah Republican. Kamala's just a dumbass, and then I got a KKK outfit. Like, those voters that we all know he has, like, that's just to give them, to keep them, to make them clap and shit, basically, and to make the people who are real patriots, I love America, make them happy. Technically, Mexico is part of North America, just like Canada is part of North America. It's made up of 3 countries. So technically, the Gulf of America is the same exact thing. So whatever. The other one is the Panama Canal. I don't know my history on that. It's not even part of the U.S., so if he wants to take that back, I don't know how that works. But I heard, from my very limited knowledge, lots of Americans died to make that, and it's something that barely benefits us. It benefits whatever 2 countries it's in. and he wants to just take it back because apparently those countries that are using it are actually overtaxing our ships or whatever. If all that's true and everything that I just said is true, they're using it against us now almost, and we sacrifice blood and tears, American blood and tears to make it or whatever. Yeah, take it. I'm all for it. So yeah, this video was all the positives about the upcoming administration, because there's plenty of negatives that people can come up with. And I'm someone who didn't want him to win. So as someone who didn't want him to win, I just did the mental exercise of thinking of all the positive things. And there we go. So I hope this helped you out. And I can't believe that it's almost a 16-minute video. Wow. Peace out. Subscribe and like. And comment your opinions and thoughts down below. Keep it civil.